Okay, cool. Get you even closer, and of course it would start to thunder right at this moment. What's going on, you guys? My name is Megan. Welcome to This Past Romance. If you're new here, this is my YouTube channel where I typically talk about romance books of any sort. And today's video is no different. Since I missed my opportunity to do all of the like year-end books, like my top 5 books of the year and all that good stuff, I'm gonna do it today, but we're gonna do it a little differently. This is inspired by TikTok, and I've seen different people do this on TikTok, so I'm not gonna like name a specific creator, but I may link some of the videos down below if I remember. If I don't remember, somebody yell at me. Because I want to give credit where credit is due, but I've seen it on TikTok. And basically we're going to talk about my top 5 favorite books from last year and their 1-star reviews. I have gone through Goodreads and Amazon and found my favorite 1-star reviews of each book. Some of them have 2 1-star reviews to talk about. It's fine. These were my favorite books of last year. These were the books that I screamed to my friends about. So the first book we're going to talk about, this is not in any order, by the way. These are not in like, these are not ranked 5 to 1 or anything. These are just the 5 books that I loved last year, because I tried to rank them and I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. So first book is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This is a dark brother's best friend. We know I love Brother's Best Friend. It's like light dark. It's not, it's a good way to dip your toe into the water, and it blew up on TikTok. So I understand a lot of the 1-star reviews that it received, because it did blow up on TikTok. It was all over Book Talk. And I loved it, but I read it before it blew up on TikTok because Izzy told me about it. Well, I watched Izzy's video and she was talking about it, and she was like, you really should actually read this. So I read it and I loved it. It was 2 of my favorite tropes. It was Grumpy Sunshine and Brother's Best Friend rolled into one book, and I adored it. I adored everything about it. The groveling. My favorite 1-star review of this book, I was going to give it 2 stars, but then my dude started singing and I simply could not. And I forgot that Alex sang in this book, and I cackled. So, do I agree with this 1-star review? No, I gave it 5. I loved it. It's one of my favorite books of last year. Do I understand? Yes. Some of these I don't understand. Second book is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This book was also all over Book Talk, and I just feel like I've seen it everywhere. It is a Kylo Ren and Rey retelling. Not retelling, it's a fan fiction. I lost my word, and I love fan fiction. It is a Kylo Ren and Rey fan fiction that was published, right? Ali Hazelwood did a great job. I loved the book, obviously. It's fake dating, it's workplace romance. There's content warning for death of a parent, attempted sexual assault, actual assault. Yeah, there's some content warnings in it, but overall it's a very sweet book, and I really enjoyed it. I have 2 1-star reviews for this because these both made me laugh really hard, and I only picked the reviews that I laughed at or that I think are really funny. So this should give you a glimpse inside my humor. I feel like the celebrities read mean tweets, you know, that's 1-star reviews of my favorite books that I have no stake in. Everyone's allowed to their own opinion. The first 1-star review is, I don't think Raylos deserve human rights. And the second 1-star review is, I don't know what kind of drugs y'all are on, but I evidently did not receive my portion. I get it. I do understand. I do understand. But I was so hyped for this book, and it lived up to my expectations. So I loved it. Third book is one that I still talk about regularly. to my friends, and that is It Ain't Me Babe by Tilly Cole. This is a motorcycle club cult combination book. He's in a motorcycle club. She's in a religious cult. She gets out. He saves her. It's this whole thing. It's fantastic. I love this book. I feel like it's very long, but it was so good, and I really loved it. It's very dark, but it's done right. I have 2 1-star reviews for this one. And the first one says, where do I start? First, the storyline is good. The vulgar use of words really didn't hit it with me. If you like and don't mind the foul language, I guess this would be good in theory. It's part of a motorcycle club. And all of the motorcycle club books I've ever read or seen use foul language and talk not great about their women. But at the end of the day, they're a motorcycle club. You kind of know what you're getting into, right? No excuse, but you know what you're walking into. The second 1-star review says, don't waste your money on this boring trash. No plot, nothing interesting, practically pornography. This one I do disagree with because the sex scenes in It Ain't Me Babe are a little rough. This whole book is kind of a content warning, but in It Ain't Me Babe, their sex scenes are really rough. Especially considering our heroine is just coming out of a religious cult where she was essentially called like a Jezebel for a long time because she had a body that made men lust. So that didn't sit right with me. This reviewer calling it practically pornography doesn't sit right with me because I can understand, because there is a lot of intercourse in the book, but at the same time I don't understand because it's all consensual, but she doesn't, I feel like, didn't really understand what was happening. So I disagree with it being practically pornography. I also disagree with the fact that it's 1 star. I loved it. The 4th book I'm going to talk about is All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I read this on a plane coming back from Disney World. We had to catch a flight out of Orlando really early in the morning. I started reading it in the airport. No, I started reading it on the bus ride to the airport. Got on the plane, continued reading it on the plane. Had a 1-hour layover in Baltimore. Read it in Baltimore, and then we flew home. I read it in a day, and it's like it's Mariana Zapata. It is not short, and it is a slow burn. All Roads Lead Here was phenomenal, and I loved it. This person says, it was so bad I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible, so I give you a 1. I picked this one and giggled because the TikTok sound. And the last book I want to talk about, rounding out my top 5 books of last year, is The Secret for a Secret by Helena Hunting. This is a book that I read because of Bree over at In Love and Words. She said that our main guy, Kingston, was very Captain America-y, and I didn't disagree. This is probably the 1-star review that made me laugh the hardest, and it says, girl, what the absolute shit show circus clownery was that? So those were the 1-star reviews of my top 5 books those were some of the 1-star reviews of my top 5 books last year. I really enjoyed this. I kind of wish that I had someone else find the 1-star reviews so that I could have reacted on camera. So maybe next time I'll try to do that. But yeah, I will catch you guys next Monday with another video. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. And yeah, so until next time, y'all, be good to yourself, take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, everyone.